listeners. Welcome to another episode of Romance Unraveled. I am one of your co hosts, Jacob Bozen.
And I'm your other co-host, Kevin Keene.
So, today we have another guest from Kevin's side. His name is Noah Rogers. So, Kevin, let's have you introduce him.
Yeah, so Noah's my friend that I met in DC a couple years ago. I met him. His neighbor is my good friend through the Burning Man community, and Noah has also become more involved in the Burning Man community, and that's pretty much how I know him. So, Noah, if you want to give a little bit of background about yourself, anything you're willing to share with the guests before we
Yeah,
get.
gosh, I'm so excited to be on this. I feel like a celebrity right now. Jacob, thank you so much for giving me the platform so I could finally reach my full potential. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, I met Kevin through my neighbor, actually. I was just a little Southern gal, moved up to DC, and then by the grace of the good Lord, my neighbor introduced me to Kevin, and then that's how we met. And so yeah, he's been putting up with me ever since. So I'm super excited to be on, and thanks again, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's get right into it.
Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna set the scene, right? College, we're all thriving. So I went to Harvard of the South, which is LSU, and it was a big little. It was like my opportunity to kind of come out into the world. It was like the first time I ever came out, right? And so I think it was like junior year. And it'll make sense because over the past like 8 years, it's kind of like that's what it's evolved into, right? So this is like the beginning. And so we're just meeting and stuff. And I'm kind of like coming out. It's like my first big relationship. And one of my friends, who was a very, very close friend at the time, he introduced us, right? And so I was super excited about it, kind of followed him on Instagram. Instagram was like starting to pop off, right? And so, yeah, started hanging out, kind of like first big love, like absolutely fell head over heels.
What was his
And
name?
oof, he goes by Colt Rod.
Okay.
Colt Rod. So if that's not a flag already, like, I mean, come on, guys, Colt
You
Rod,
said Cole Rod. Okay.
Colt Rod, right? So
Okay.
like, I don't know, maybe that's a flag, maybe it's not. Let the listeners decide.
Is
So
that the name of his?
was that like a nickname or his actual,
Like,
like his?
did he choose that name, or is that like what his name was?
No, that's like his government name, 100%.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Fun, right? Okay, so that's the tone, right? So we're like hanging out. So I step away, right? And when I say I step away, so we've met, it's probably August, right? We're rolling, we're hanging out probably 4 or 5 times a week. Like it's college, everyone's like within like a 3 mile radius. So you throw a rock and you like hit someone you know. So we're hanging out every single day. And I think it's kind of like getting a little serious. I'm starting to say, like, what are we? Like, and it's like one of those relationships, right? Where like someone opens the door for you and you're like, oh my gosh, like it could be a total stranger, but you're kind of like, that's hot. That's hot. So the standards were low. The standards were low. And yeah, so I step away. This is like, I think probably October at this point. So we've been talking for 2 months. I head over to my grandparents. Like I'm spending time with them for the weekend and I'm getting no text from this kid, right? And so I'm just thinking like, that's funny,
Did
but
he
I
know
did.
that you were going to your grandparents?
Oh, 100%. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like he
Isn't
sent,
that funny? So, I've experienced this several times. The gays really are experts at this. So at least every time I'm seeing someone and I go on vacation or something like this is usually when it starts to fizzle. And I'm
right?
assuming this is going to be this experience for you too.
Are you kidding me? 100%. It's like, you just kind of let them off the leash. It's like you finally start trusting them. You like them. You enjoy being in their presence, right? You're hanging out all the time. And then the one time you're like, okay, I trust you, little puppy. Stay within the yard. And then you let them off the leash. And the little suckers are across the street chilling with the mailman. And you're just like, bro, come back. What's up? So that's the vibe, okay? But I don't know that he is a little player. Like I'm thinking he's a cute little country boy. Like he's from God's country. which God's country down in Louisiana is like North Louisiana because it's basically Arkansas. So I'm thinking, okay, like this guy, he's got morals wrong. Anywho, so I come back from my grandparents. It's a fun little weekend, right? We're hanging out, okay? I kind of just like get this weird vibe, and the vibe wasn't like exactly like it was more physical, right? Like it was like a little sting in certain places. And I'm thinking, huh, that's strange, right? I'm like, maybe I should head to the doctor. Maybe I should just go, like, I don't know, maybe go get things checked out, do my due diligence, right? So I head to the doctor and the results come back, and girl, let's just say I was more than double positive for many different things. And I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this is crazy, you know? And
I
so
would
I
have died. Oh my God.
cried. Are you kidding me? Listen, okay, I'm a type B person, okay? Because if I said I was type A, then everybody would judge me and be like, God, this guy's bleak. No, no, I'm fun, okay? I'm a type B person, but I can be type A when I need to be. So the thing is when a type A, something's out of line or you get something for the first time, spiral. That's exactly what I did. I literally was like, oh my gosh. Like, because, I'm in college. Like, I'm so oblivious to the world. You just don't think about that. I don't know. Has that ever happened to y'all? Like, you're just like, you spiral when something happens, or we all just like, okay, let's control it and Google it like a regular person? Or is that just
Oh
me?
yeah. Well, I mean, like 10 years ago when we're in college and, you know, STIs were like so stigmatized and
Stigmatized. Yes.
anything just feels like, okay, I'm a whore. It's the end of the world.
A horror. Like, first off, I was a harlot. Okay. Remember, I'm in Louisiana. We're setting the tone, Kevin. But yes, correct. Like, you just so stigmatized. And I just remember feeling so like just disgusting. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe this happened. This is crazy. So I'm just trying to like figure things out. And I'm like, okay, maybe I should approach him. Maybe I should have the conversation, right? Well, like any, college like person, right? Who do you go to? You go to your delusional best friend, right? You don't go to the source. You don't go to the horse's mouth. You go to your delusional best friend, right? So I decide to go to my delusional best friend over a few margaritas at Caliente. Shout out Caliente. It's a fun little Mexican restaurant in Baton Rouge, right? And so we're discussing everything, and I'm just like confiding in him, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. This is crazy. Like, I really like this guy, and I feel like we're going somewhere with it. But like, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this is crossing the line. Like, you're messing with like my health, right?
So at this point, it was very clear to you that whatever you had come from him, not somebody else.
Oh, 100%. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? I was so faithful, I would have taken Mother Teresa off the good list. I
I really support that.
I was literally head over heels. I was with him, like straight up, full, like I was just full support, like I really liked this kid. And what's crazy is I honestly still got a little love for him. Like I'm always kind of rooting for him. So it it gets to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna confront him, right? But I'm talking to my friend about it, and we're sitting there over like half-dollar margs and like the kids side shredded chicken quesadilla. It's so good. If you're ever in Baton Rouge and you go to Caliente, get the shredded chicken quesadilla. Anywho, so we're sitting there, and I'm like, dude, like I'm so sad, I'm so depressed. Like this is actually crazy. This is not cool, right? And so my friend, he's like, Noah, I gotta tell you something. And I'm like, dude, that was a really long pause. What? And he was like, Colt Rod is 100% cheating on you. Like, and I was like, no, no, like not at all. And he was like, yeah, dude, oh my God, 100%. He's 100% cheating with you. Yeah, he's 100% cheating with you. It was very much, yeah, it was me. Like,
What?
correct. He was like sitting
Wait,
there.
he cheated on you with your friend?
Yes, right there.
What?
Oh
Friend
my God,
drops
I
it.
would have lost my effing mind.
The friend drops it to me right there. Right there, correct. Not in front of my salad. No, 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 no. Right in front of my half-priced chicken quesadilla. Correct.
Rude.
Oh my God.
But isn't that ballsy?
Okay, well, this friend is not your friend, obviously. Like, this
Right?
is So did
But
you
I'm like,
what was your reaction?
so my reaction is, well, this is crazy. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Like, I was just sitting there kind of like, what? Like, I was so confused. I was just like, I was so confused because I'm sitting there and I'm like, you're like really, really nice. And I just don't understand. And he was like, well, I just, we got drunk one night and like you were out of town. And he was just like, I don't know. I just thought maybe like I would just get mine. And I was like, what? And I'm sitting there thinking, like, dude, you're psycho, right? Not only that, okay, this kid, so first off, he was the one that apparently hooked up with my boyfriend at the time, right? He was the one that like got the sting in the booty, basically, right? He was the one that sent it over to my boy. My boy then gave it to me.
Oh,
So not only correct, right? So I was like, what is your motive? And it's just like in that moment, you're kind of sitting there like, this is insane, you know?
Well, did he say it to you nonchalantly, like it wasn't a big deal, or did he kind of know like what he was doing?
Honestly, to this day, I think he was actually just being genuine and was just being like, look, we've been doing this and I actually see that it's hurting you. That's my only thought because like he's actually like a nice person. That's which is crazy, y'all. Like he's like actually a nice person and I would have never expected this out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like is that weird? I
I
don't
can
think
see
it's
what you're
weird.
saying, but deep down, I think he's an asshole and you should kick him to the curb.
Right? I mean 100%. Okay, so then Jacob, sweetheart, that's so kind of you. That's what the normal person would do, right? But then again, I see the second red flag and I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Like, not, and the best part about all of this, right, is in the moment, I'm kind of like calling one of my other besties up. Like, we went to high school together. She now goes to Ole Miss at the time, and I call
Is
her
he
up.
also delusional or less delusional?
She is, she is also a little dude Lulu, but she's self aware, right? So I call her, but yeah, Kevin, yeah, she's still Delulu. I mean, she's still Delulu. But sometimes like two negatives make a positive. We know this. So I call her up and she's like, babes, and I'm gonna pass this along because the world should hear it. The world should hear it. My girl Stephanie, she goes, listen, my mom has a quote and she's said it to me for years. When you see red flags, that means the parade is coming. And like I honestly have always taken that ever since. And I was just like, you're so right. Like every time you see like when things are just off-putting, you're like, dude, just walk away, you know?
Yeah, but in your mind, you're like, oh, it's just like a red flag. It's just the entry to the parade. It's a one-off thing.
I can change them. Mama, I can change them. No, you cannot. You can't. Don't even try. Like you literally cannot change them. You can't do it. You just can't. And yeah, I did not run away. No, I didn't. I stuck by him. And yeah, I found out, y'all. Here's the kicker. This was the only guy. There was 12 other guys. 12.
Wait, that your boyfriend hooked up with, or the friend hooked up with?
My boyfriend.
Oh,
He's productive.
12. Productive. Kevin, correct. That is efficiency. That is efficiency. I honestly, again, was just more blown away at the fact that it was 12. I honestly, and okay, again, so some backstory. I was an athlete in college, so I didn't have a lot of time, right? Like LSU, just like you're doing things Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday you have your day off. And like, that's kind of sometimes your only day off. But then, like, even then, there's moments when we would have like certain appearances or things that we had to do on that Sunday. So it's like you're literally going 7 days a week, right? On top of that, like, you also have workouts every single morning from like 5 till 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, right? And then you go straight to class. Oh yeah, you forget you're a student, right? So like you're doing a lot, but at the same time, if you're dating someone, you're kind of making it a point to go see them and hang out with them because like my free time, I have none, you know? And
Yeah, well, you
then
said earlier that you're seeing him like all the time.
all the time. Like I was sleeping at his house.
Is he also an athlete, or did he have more free time than you?
No, he was a little frat boy, which, okay, y'all don't judge me because it's kind of hot. But it's so turmoil. Like it's just not cool.
Damn, well, 12 people is impressive if you're single, much less
Deficiency.
in a committed relationship.
Okay, so and that's the key word right there, boys. I don't know if it was committed. I don't think that we ever defined those, I don't think we ever like set those terms and those boundaries. So a lot of this was kind of on me. It was on me. I'm not even gonna say
No,
kind
none of it is on you. Like this is garbage.
of. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, actually, thank you. Oh my God, thank you for that. I need to go back to therapy. You're so right. You're
This is
so
your
right.
therapy, actually, right now.
You're actually so right. Okay. Because okay, but what I'm saying though when I say it's on me, I'm saying I did not set my limit. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, I should have set the limits and we never did. But also, yeah, you're 100% right. Like, no, this was not my fault. Like 12 people and like
Yeah.
he knew what he was doing 100%. And okay, let me know how much time you still have because this story doesn't end right here. Okay. This is just the first portion, right? So, literally, I mean, I'm talking this man, he's like a cockroach. Okay. The one that was like my friend sitting there over two margs, the half price margs, right? The one that kind of broke it to me that he's like, hey, I've been like, doing the like lollipop kids with your boyfriend, right? So I'm sitting there thinking like, oh my God, you're crazy. Okay. So then I'm like, well, you know what? Like my relationship's done. My relationship's over. So I just shoot a text over. I did it. I shot a text over. I was like, you do not deserve my time to break. Like, I'm not going to break up with you in person because I'm just going to yell at you. Right. I shoot a text to him. That doesn't solidify. Like, he ends up coming over. So, complete opposite of what happens. I end up actually yelling at him. Probably I think I definitely spiraled. Y'all, I spiraled so much. Like I've never raised my voice so hard. And what's crazy is as it left my soul, as the words and me just screaming at him like left my soul, I felt so much better. I honestly was like, whoa. I was like, maybe something clinically is wrong with me. Like I felt such a relief. And then I was just like, dude, this is not healthy. This is not okay, right? This is not okay. So, like any unhinged person, I break, he leaves my house. I call up my friend, the one that's also a cheater, because, it's a two-way street, right? I call up my friend and I'm like, okay, well, you want to do the nasty so bad? Then I was like, I'm going to get mine, right? So I decide to hook up with him. Why? I don't know. Now, granted, this was also, I'm
With your
jumping.
friend?
Yeah, I did it. But okay, wait, I'm jumping. I'm jumping.
What? Okay.
This I know. This was like a week and a half, like after, like I'm taking all my, everything's doctor's orders, right? I'm following everything. I'm good to go now after this. And then so I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna hook up with a friend. I know. I don't know why. I think I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna play their game, right? I don't know. Would y'all not do that?
No.
You would.
Well, I can see
You
how
said
it could be
no, baby.
like
No,
I
we
can
wouldn't.
I can see how it could be like therapeutic in a sense of like
I truly
if you're
thought it
feeling
was.
emotional and like most of the emotion, it spurs from the person you're in a relationship with and um I can see the kind of like you need some sort of like outlet for that emotion, but it
I
is
mean,
an interesting choice, I have to say.
it's interesting. It's interesting. And a part of me thinks like maybe is it because like when I was younger I got hit by a truck and I'm like maybe there's some like head trauma there. Maybe that's
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? No, no, no. Okay, that's a different story for another time. We're not even gonna go there. I swear I'm normal too. If I could throw my camera up and everybody could see me, they'd be like, "Oh, this guy has it together." Anywho, unhinged, right? So that's where we're at. So I hook up with this guy, right? Terrible, terrible thing, right? So then we're kind of doing that for a little bit. We actually become really good friends, low key. We actually become really good friends. And honestly, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, this is a good time. Like, this isn't as bad. I kind of thought you were crazy and like not okay. Wrong. I was so wrong. I was so wrong, y'all. So flash forward, right? We're going now into like 2 years now. So I graduate college. I moved to the big Dallas. I'm just living my little country dream, right? And I am dating now for like 2 years this amazing guy that I met like my senior year of college. Like such a great relationship. I say to this day, it's still my most successful relationship. Like I learned so much about myself. Like we grew together and now it's like such a we didn't make it. Like we ended up breaking up because of other reasons, right? We just kind of, things we went our separate ways. What is that amicable like differences? Did I
Yeah.
ruin that? Right? Okay.
Yeah, like an amicable breakup.
Right? Yeah. Like a little, so chic. I think that's the chicest thing you can do. Tell me if that's wrong. Like when a celebrity breaks up and they're like, we had amicable like differences. I'm like, that's so chic. Does anybody want that? Because I do.
Sure,
Well,
that's
seems
the
like you
goal.
have it.
Right? Like, and I'm so sad. I just turned 30, right? And I'm so sad that like I'm not gonna get divorced before I'm 30. Like, I think that's also the chicest thing that you can do. I don't know. That's just me. I know like there's other people that are out there and like probably that happened to them and they're divorced and they're just like they're in ruins right now. But baby, you're chic. So you're chic. So you keep pressing on. Anywho, but I, right, am dating this guy. It's a great relationship, but it is long distance, right? So he's like 2 years younger than me. It was my little cougar moment. So I'm like biting. Y'all can't see me, but I'm biting my lip and like fixing my hair, putting it behind my ear. Like it was a little cougar moment. Um, and yeah, like so the little guy, the little man child, right? Not my boyfriend at the time, but the snake, right? The snake that like ruined my first relationship, right? He is like starting to hang out with my boyfriend because they haven't graduated yet. Like they're still in Baton Rouge.
Oh, they're not in. So you're in Dallas. You're dating someone who's in Baton Rouge, still at LSU
Correct. With the snake.
with the snake slash cockroach.
With the snake, exactly. No, 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 no. You're right. He was a cockroach. He's a cockroach. He's always been a cockroach, but he's like, but he moves like a snake. You know what I'm saying? Like, oof.
Cockroach
So,
on the inside, snake on the outside.
yes, like just sneaky little snake. You know what I'm saying? So, this little turd, right? I remember God, I was so loyal. I'm still loyal, and I'm not going to lose that aspect of me. I'm not going to lose it. I refuse to this day. But sometimes I'm just like, man, maybe I am like a sad little loyal puppy, right? So I'm sitting there in my bed in Dallas. It's like a Saturday night, right? And I remember all my little friends, they're all just like, "Hey, we're going to like Oaklawn, we're going to Roundup," and that's honestly, that's what I could have been doing, right? So again, setting the scene, that's what I could have been doing, but I wasn't. I was watching Letters to Juliet, right? Letters to Juliet with a queen. Okay, it's Amanda Seinfeld, isn't it?
Seafried?
Seyfried, thank you. Why did I say Seinfeld? Anywho, so Amanda Seyfried, gorgeous human being. Anyway, Letters to Juliet. I'm watching it. It's a beautiful moment. It's Saturday morning, and I'm crying, and I hear a knock at the door, and I'm like, "That's like what?" I'm like, "Oh God, Noah, you big bag. Did you order Uber Eats again?" No, it's my now current boyfriend, and I'm like, "Oh my God, like this is crazy." I'm like, "What? Why are you like?" I'm shocked. I'm surprised. And he just looks defeated. He looks defeated. And he's like, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I cheated on you. And I'm
Oh
sitting
my
there,
gosh.
correct, correct. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, what? Like, and I'm like, oh my God, like, oh. And it's hitting me. And I'm just like, oh, oh my gosh, like, wow. Oh, okay, this is real. Like, this is a thing. Like, all right. So anyway, so I remember like I like set all my stuff down, right? And I like kind of like run across the room. Okay, boys, I'm running to the sink because I was thawing chicken and I had just got back in bed and I was like running the water. Like sue me, okay? I was not living bio-friendly. I was running the water over my chicken. So I'm back in bed, right? And then I pass the kitchen. I open the door. He cheats on me. Oh my God. Invite him in. I invite the vampire in. Don't do it. Y'all should just shut the door and it just saves you some trauma. No, I invite the vampire in. And then I run over to the kitchen sink because I have to turn the water off because I'm just confused, right? I, in that moment, wanted to, instead of turning the water off, I just wanted to stick my head in the garbage disposal. Like, that's where we were at. Okay. Like, just literally stick my head in the garbage disposal, take me to the dumpster, and then we're done. Like, we're good. No, no. This man decides he has a letter for me. He wants to give me the letter because he feels terrible, right? So I sit down in I had this, my mom at the time helped decorate this, little area that we had because it was most of her furniture, right? So I'm all of my like just random furniture, right, is just in one little area. And so I'm looking at him and I'm just so defeated, right? And as you can tell by this little conversation, I'm a little dramatic, okay? So I'm like, the tears aren't there. I'm just so dry. I'm thinking in my head, what would a bad what would a guy do? Like just a little baddie. What would a guy do who wants to be a baddie but isn't a baddie? What would they do, in that moment? And so I'm like, okay, Noah, who is like the one like baddie female role? And for some reason, I'm thinking it's either like Olivia Pope or it's gonna be like uh, I don't know, like someone who's just like controlling and they're just a fixer. Anyway, so in that moment, I decide it's Olivia Pope. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be Olivia Pope. So I'm just standing there and I'm like, why would you make a fool of me? And he's like, I have a letter for you. And I'm like, okay. So he gives me this letter, right? And I take it. I'm like, I don't even want the letter. I take the letter, y'all, and I put it in the garbage disposal. And I
Oh,
turn the garbage disposal off.
Wait,
Right?
the letter is from him, like a something he wrote for you.
Yeah. That's kind of cute, right? Like, could you imagine like you just cheated on your boyfriend and like you're like sitting there on the plane and you're just like scribbling down and you're just crying and you're like playing Lana Del Rey? Could you just imagine? That's kind of cute. Like I was like, honestly, I'm so happy that you feel that trauma. That like that's the trauma you have. And I know he was listening to Lana Del Rey. It was probably like 13 Beaches or something.
I love it.
Literally. Yeah. So anywho, so then that's what he does. So that's what I do, right? I'm thinking I'm like shook. I have him wrapped around my finger. I'm done, right? So I'm thinking in this moment, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's insane, right? And I'm just like, this is wild. Like I'm still trying to comprehend it, and then I'm like, dude, we have to end. Like we have to be done. We have to be done. This is not cool. Like, and then I'm telling him, I'm like, what does that make me look like if I keep you? Like what does that say about me? I'm just being so dramatic, so dramatic. And then finally, I sit down and I'm like, don't make a fool of me. I'm like, was this the first time? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, is it the last time? He's like, yeah. Granted, we've been dating for 2 years now. I read like a year. Okay. No, it was like a year and a half. It was like a year and a half. So I'm like, really? But then also, okay, I'm a little shallow, right? He is a great guy and he checks a lot of my boxes and he was really hot. Like, why would I not keep him? Like, okay, like it was one time, but like they didn't do anything crazy, they just the lollipop kids, like so I was just like, all right, fine. And again, this is not okay. Y'all don't take any advice from me, please, ever. This is not okay. This is not justifiable. So I'm like, okay, strike one got me by surprise. Strike two, like right before my eyes.
Hmm.
Strike three and you're out. No, that's literally how I was living my life, y'all. The chaos. Anyway, so then I'm like, okay, we're just gonna like keep it going. We're gonna keep pushing through. Anywho, we end up going out that night. Unhinged. It doesn't go well. I think I throw a beer bottle above his head somewhere at some point. I wasn't really trying to hit him, and he was in the general vicinity. So like obviously the shards of glass wouldn't have even touched him, but he swears I threw it at him and I was like that is not true. Like he was a solid solid 15 feet away, y'all. So I need that. But I have to know, y'all have to know I did lash out a little bit. I will say that. Like, but it wasn't gonna hit him. It was never gonna hit him. So I'm not crazy, okay? And I don't condone violence. Anywho, so yeah, that happened. And then we ended up breaking up like 2 years later, because he cheated on me again. So there's that.
2 years after the first one?
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin, don't rub it in. You don't have to repeat it.
I'm just trying to get things clear.
Not necessary, Kev.
That's so sad. No, when you say that you're dramatic about it, I don't think you are at all.
Yeah, like I think in the moment, right, I was just reacting to like a new environment, because it's like, yeah, when you like you love real hard and you find somebody that does check your boxes, you're just like, oh dang, like that sucks. You just feel defeated. You feel gross because like in your head you're just questioning like, did you kiss them or say the things that you would say to me to them, right? Or you're
Right.
like, when you text me a picture, did you also text them that same picture? You know? But I'm a little simp, like I'm a little sad boy Pisces, but I'm a spicy Pisces. So am I a little manipulative? Did I love the feeling of it? Maybe, because y'all, energy is never created nor destroyed. So did my body look banging because I was on the treadmill every day? Yes. Did you know if it was tears or sweat? Who cares? So I was in the best shape of my life. Truly was. I don't regret it.
Deeply water sign.
Deep. I know how chaotic and crazy, right?
Was it
Anyway,
water or was it tears?
was it tears or sweat?
Or was
Remember,
it, yeah, sorry, was it tears or was it sweat?
literally, was it tears or was it sweat? And my boyfriend was over there like, how many licks does it get to the center of the Tootsie Pop with homeboy? God, so sad. Uh, Anywho,
Dang it.
so it is what
So
it is.
it sounds like a stream of not good luck for you.
It's not, but also I'm honestly at the point where like Raya is gonna pull me through. Raya's gonna pull me through. There's gonna be a sugar daddy overseas. The apps, I'm sorry to everybody in the app developers, but there needs to be more filters, okay? There needs to be like dual citizenship check, like there needs to be like a yacht check, and then there needs to be like sub areas where like it says like how big the boat is. Like, is it a 100-foot yacht? Is it like a Bass Pro boat? You know what I'm saying? Like X, like we need to move on, bigger and better things, more filters. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're in trouble, but you know.
Uh, Maybe, but gosh, it is what it is. So,
Great.
yeah.
Well, I think we can end it there unless you have anything else you'd like to add to it.
No, that's it. I will not put their names or locations on the internet, but can release their social security number and their phone number. And no, I'm kidding.
I would expect nothing less.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, thanks so much, y'all. I had a blast. Hopefully, y'all had a blast. I don't know. Is that unhinged? I don't know what kind of content y'all are getting
I
because,
guess we'll let the listeners decide, right?
yeah,
Exactly.
like, is that normal? Am I bringing it upon myself? Don't answer that, listeners. Don't
We'll
answer
have to find out. Well, okay, well, great. It was awesome having you on. For our listeners, as always, make sure you subscribe and save. And if you could leave a review, that would be awesome. We're streaming everywhere you can get your podcasts. And then make sure you follow us on social media. We are Romance Unraveled on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time.